How I manifested an extra $3,456
literally out of thin air from an unexpected source. Hey, how's it going? It's Ari here, and as you just seen by the intro of this video and also the title, this is going to be a very different video, a very exciting video though, on how I manifested over $3,000 literally out of nowhere, right? So this is a very crazy story, and typically I don't really talk about this type of stuff on this channel, but I felt with this particular story I just had to talk about it because not only is this just an amazing story that I know is going to help, quite a lot of people, but I know for a fact that this right here, if you watch this video all the way to the end, and I'm just going to give you a warning right off the bat, right? If you watch this video all the way to the end, you hear my full story, and you still, for whatever reason, do not believe in manifestation, and you're still not convinced that this is a real thing, then I don't know what will convince you otherwise, right? Because this is an absolutely crazy story and something that was super exciting when it, of course, took place, right? So basically, I want to mention a few things before I, of course, get into the story right here, right? So if this is your first time on the channel, and let's say that you found me through doing research about manifesting money, I just want to say first and foremost, welcome to the channel. This channel that you're on right now is primarily about affiliate marketing, right? So I actually do something called affiliate marketing. It's basically where you promote other companies' products and services online. Whenever you promote them, you have your own link, and whenever someone goes to that link and they buy the product, you of course get a commission for that sale, right? So you get like a cut of the sale. And so this is something that I actually make a full-time income doing. I earn a full-time income online doing this, promoting different products online, and I've promoted plenty of different things. And if you're interested, so I assume that if you're watching this video about manifesting money, you might also be interested in generating another source of income online. So if that's the case and you want to learn more about this, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that button, and you're free to check out any of the free trainings that I have on the channel, or you could check out the first link down below, and that will take you to my #1 recommended free training for newbies that shows you exactly how complete newbies are earning a full-time income online with this. So check that out if you're interested, see if that's a fit for you. Otherwise, if you're just here for the story, that's cool as well. I want to, of course, get into it, right? So I want to mention right off the bat that as it pertains to manifesting anything in general, right? So like in my case, I've recently been getting very deep into manifesting. Recently, I've been affirming for a lot of different things, and I've successfully manifested a lot of different things in my life, right? And so if there's anything that I've learned right off the bat that I want to just put out there, is that the #1 most important thing as it pertains to manifesting or getting any desire in your reality really comes down to being in the state of the wish fulfilled, right? What does that mean exactly, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to ask yourself first and foremost, and this goes for whether you are manifesting money, this goes for whether you're manifesting like a new relationship, or if you're manifesting good health or anything like that, good career, new house, new car, anything along those lines. The #1 question that you want to ask yourself first and foremost is, how would you feel every single day if you managed to manifest that in your life? How would you feel if that was already a reality and you already had that particular desire that you're looking for, right? That's really the question you want to ask yourself. And then what you want to do from there is you want to operate in your reality as if you already have that desire, right? So for example, right, as it pertains to manifesting more money, right? When you manifest more money, you feel more secure, you feel more at peace, you're not worrying so much, right? Sometimes if you are low on funds, you tend to worry quite a bit, and then when you're in like that lax state, then things just feel a lot more difficult, right? Whereas if you just kind of get to a point where you feel at peace and you're just like, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to really get that desire that you're looking for, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and let's get right into the story. So with this particular story, there's actually quite a lot of backstory to this that goes like 2 to 3 years back, and it's quite a long story as to why I've decided to manifest this particular amount of money in the first place. There's a very good reason for it, and I already knew what I was going to do with the money once it showed up. So that's another thing I want to mention, right? It's really great to, of course it's great to manifest money, but what you want to think is you want to think a little bit beyond that, and you want to think, what would this extra money allow me to do? So whether it's an extra $1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or whatever the case is, what would that additional money allow you to do, right? So in my case, the reason why I've decided to manifest an extra $3,000 was because I want to save up for, getting a new place and also a new car as well. So those are two things that I'm currently saving up for. And recently, I have decided to, kind of look into, different options in terms of finding a new place and getting a new vehicle as well, right? And so basically, I decided that I want to start by manifesting $3,000 that I could just put right into my savings account, which is exactly what I did once it showed up, right? So, anyways, I want to start from the very beginning, from where this first kind of originates, right? So, if you have been a viewer on this channel, then you know that I do affiliate marketing and I make a full-time income with that. However, when I first got started in this space, it was about like 5 years ago, I want to say. And my first like 2 to 3 years online, I had a very hard time making any sort of sales or getting any momentum really at all, right? So I was trying out all these different things, dabbling in a lot of like make money online courses, buying into a whole bunch of different business opportunities and all that type of stuff right there, right? So I was dealing kind of with that shiny object syndrome where I'm going through multiple different things at once, hoping that one thing will just work very quickly and I could just, become rich overnight. However, I ended up trying out a whole bunch of different things and losing a lot of money in the process, right? So I want to say it was around like mid 2018. I joined this particular business opportunity. It was kind of like a network marketing type of company, and it allowed you to earn like high ticket commissions, like anywhere from $25 to like $1,000, $2,000 right there from one sale. I thought that was really exciting for me because I thought, okay, if I could just get one of these per month, it would make an absolute massive difference, right? So I got started with that, and at the time when I first joined, they had this deal going on with a merchant company, right, where you could set up like almost like a merchant account type of thing. And typically, when you sign up to this merchant account, standalone, it would cost you like $100 or like a few $100 to sign up for it, and then you'd have to pay that every month in order to, of course, keep the account active and keep collecting payments that way, right? So with this business opportunity that I joined, they had a deal going on where if you signed up to the merchant account, the merchant account through this business opportunity, you would get like a massive discount, right? And like a very huge discount where you would only have to pay like $30 a month for it, right? And so I thought, okay, that's a no-brainer. This seems like the easiest way to collect payments. So it was recommended that I sign up to that right there, and I just pay $30 a month. So I thought, okay, so I signed up to the account, and I got the account set up. And so one thing that I was made aware of before signing up was that there was a catch to this discount, right? If you cancel your account within a year or 2 years, right? I don't remember which one it was, but if you set up the account, you need to keep the account active, for at least like a year or two before deciding to, close it down, right? And so the catch was if you canceled, you would get hit with this huge penalty fee, right? That would be like hundreds of dollars that would just come out of your bank account, and it would really like chew you up. And so it was basically like, they were kind of encouraging members to stay on board with the program and be kind of like long-term thinking. Well, in my case, the problem was that I was dabbling in a lot of different things at the time, right? I was never really giving anything my full attention. And so because of that, I signed up, and then like I want to say 3 to 6 months later, I kind of forgot about the penalty fee, and then I seen that I was getting billed $30 a month for this merchant account that I wasn't really using. So I emailed the support and I said, hey, I'm not really using this. Is there a way I can cancel it, right? And so what's interesting about this is later that same day, I guess it was like the owner of the company or whoever it was that was in charge of this discount that was going on, calls me up on the phone, right? Because my phone number was displayed there. He calls me up on the phone and basically tries warning me, saying like, hey, well, it's recommended that you don't cancel right now because there is that penalty fee, right? If you cancel within a certain amount of time, then you're going to get hit with this penalty fee, and that's really going to chew you up if you decide to cancel right now. So I just want to put this out there that what I would recommend is just keep the account active, and you could use this merchant account for anything that you are selling or marketing online. You can collect payments that way, and just keep it active for a bit longer and see what you think after a year. So I thought, okay, and I appreciated that he was kind of looking out for me, right? And so I thought, okay, I'll keep the account active. Well, Next morning, I wake up and there was a response to my email from someone else. I guess someone else on the staff team seen my email that I sent prior to this phone call, where I was asking for the account to be canceled. And so this person responded saying like, "Oh, thanks for contacting our support team. We've successfully closed your account down." And so you could probably picture my reaction. I wake up in the morning really early. I check my email and I see that, and I'm like, "No." Like, like I was very like, yeah, it was just, it was very, I was very like saddened when I seen that. And so I thought, okay, now I'm going to get hit with this huge penalty fee, right? And so what ended up happening was the next month I got billed like $100, $125 for this account that I couldn't access to. And I even tried reaching back out to the person that responded saying like, hey, this was a mistake. Can I reverse this and get the account back up? And then, she responded back saying like, no, unfortunately, once it's closed, then, that's it. You can't get it back up. Thanks for contacting our support team and have a great day. Right. So that's basically what it was. That was the response I got. And I thought, okay, well, I guess now I'm going to get hit with this penalty fee. Right. So, for the next 2 years straight, literally this went on for 2 years, I got billed every single month for like $125 for this merchant account that I couldn't even use. And it was very, it was very dreadful. I definitely dreaded the experience. It was like the third of every month I would get this billing sent to my email saying like, oh, here's your statement. I would look at it and it would say like minus $125. And I'm like, okay. So yeah. And although $125, doesn't sound like a lot initially, over the course of the long term, that's a lot to be paying for something that you don't have access to. Right. So I thought, okay, this is kind of annoying. So anyways, yeah, I dealt with it for quite a while, and then after a while, I tried reaching out to the team. I said like, hey, is there any way that I can get these payments like removed? Like not have to pay anymore, because I feel like they've been going on way too long, right? And so what was also frustrating about this was that it was very difficult to get a hold of anyone on the support staff. So I would message the owner, I would message tons of other people, like I would email their business email, I would text the phone number, I would send multiple emails, and I would have to do that multiple times before I finally got a response back. And then it would be like, oh, well, you got to wait like another 6 months or so. Like they changed the thing, and then you got to wait this amount of time. And it was just a very huge headache that I had to deal with for like over 2 years straight. So after 2 years, suddenly, I want to say this was like end of last year, payments suddenly stopped. I stopped getting charged for it, and I thought, okay, well, I guess the penalty fee is officially over, and that was, of course, the case. And so throughout these 2 years, that was at the very least $2,000, more than $2,000 actually, if you count, like the yearly fee that was like I think 200 or 400 or something like that. I don't remember, but it was at least $2,000, probably at least $3,000 that I had lost, that I just got taken out of my account because of this penalty fee that I had to face. Right, so definitely a huge headache that I dealt with quite a while. Now, this is where the manifestation story comes into place. About a year later, last month, in the month of July, I decided, I started thinking back to these payments that I had, right? And I started kind of reminiscing on what a huge headache that was, and I was so happy that it was over with. And I thought, well, currently right now I'm saving up for a house and like a new car and all that type of stuff, new place to live. And I thought, it would be really cool if I like manifested a refund, from this company, right? If I got the thousands of dollars back, right? So I kind of had this thought in my head for a bit. And what I decided to do was I got what is known as a gold card right here, right? You basically, I have these with my logo on them. Well, this is an old logo, but I have like a stack of these that I bought online, and they have my YouTube channel logo on them, right? So this is the AJS logo, Affiliate Jumpstart. And so what I tend to do whenever I have like a new goal that I'm going for or something that I want to manifest is I will take out one of these. I'll write the month and the year on when I want that to show up, and then I will write something in the present tense that has pretty much implied that it has shown up in my reality. So, for example, with this gold card, I got very specific. I wrote, I am so happy and grateful now that I unexpectedly received a large refund of over $3,000 from the old merchant account penalty fee. This has seriously helped me out towards my new car and my new house, right? So I wrote this down on a Go card, and what's interesting about this is when I wrote this on the Go card, I wasn't really in a state of like needing the money. I wasn't like, because personally for me, like I was at a point where, my business is doing really well. I'm pulling in thousands per month with it, which is really great. So I didn't necessarily need this money at the time when I wrote it down, but I thought, it's extra money that I could get back. I could put it towards, in savings and all that, right? And I could just set it aside. And so, I wrote it down and I just kind of set it aside. I just kind of set it to the table next to my bed. And I just basically went about, pretty much went about my day, right? Didn't really think about it too much. Occasionally it would pop into my head for like a second or two. And then what would happen is whenever I would think about it for a minute, I thought, well, since I'm not, in a state of needing it, and since I'm not focusing on it too much, I know it's going to show up in my reality. So I just had this, I was in the state of knowing that, that what I wrote on here was going to show up some way or somehow. And so I wrote it down, I set it aside, and I just continued going on about my life. And then a month later, in the month of August, as I wrote on here, I checked my email. This is like early in the morning, like I want to say 2 or 3 days ago. I checked my email, and there's an email from TransferWise. If you're not familiar with TransferWise, basically what that is it is a another merchant account, not the same one that I use, but it's kind of similar to like PayPal and Cash App if you've ever used that. It's supposed to be like a more secure version of that. And so I seen an email from them that said Quantum World just paid you, and I'm like, okay, first of all, what's Quantum World? That almost sounds like a manifesting sort of term, like quantum shifting and all that, right? I guess it's like the name of a company or something from what I was doing research, but it said Quantum World paid you, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I thought, is this like a promotion email? Is it like a marketing email to get me to buy something, or or something like that? So I opened up the email thinking like, this can't be real. So then the email said, Quantum World has just paid you $3,456 and it's available in your account. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, I immediately log into my account thinking like, there's no way this is real. I log into my account, and sure enough, there is precisely $3,456 literally just sitting in my account that just showed up out of nowhere. And what's interesting about this is, although this didn't come from the exact source that I had expected, what's interesting is the keyword that I wrote on this gold card right here is the old merchant account, right? And so TransferWise also happens to be an old merchant account that I signed up for like a year ago. I never used, and I got $3,000, over $3,000 in that account, exactly like how I said it. It wasn't necessarily from the penalty fee, but I did get $3,000 from an old merchant account, which is pretty interesting. So I seen it in there. I hit the transfer button, transfer to bank, and then less than 24 hours later, I had over $3,000, actually over $4,000 in my bank account, because I also had like $1,000 sale that came in recently. And so now I have over $5,000 in my savings account that literally just showed up like out of nowhere, right? So it was quite exciting. And so this definitely, when I seen it, like I was surprised, but then also like this proved to me even more so than before that, this manifesting stuff is real. This isn't some weird like woo stuff or anything along those lines, some weird like magical fairy tale type stuff. These are universal laws, right? Whatever you assume to be true is going to show up in your reality. Whatever that you choose to put focus on and you choose to add feeling to, whether positive or negative, is going to show up in your reality. So your mind is like a corn. If you've ever listened to like The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, at one point he mentions like your subconscious mind is like a cornfield, right? Whatever you plant, good or bad, corn or poison, is going to show up, right? And so if you choose to plant good things, it's going to show up in your reality, exactly like what I had showed right there. And yeah, so anyways, what I want to do right here is I want to give you a bit more tips and things that I recommend doing when you're trying to manifest more money. And so first things first is you don't want to be in a state of needing it, right? Because when you are in a state of like where you desperately need extra money, right? If you're in a state of that, then basically you are in a state of lack, right? You're basically saying like, I don't have this, but I need it. And then what's going to happen is the universe, God or the universe or whatever you believe in, is going to feed you with more evidence to prove that that's exactly what you're feeling. It's going to give you more reasons to feel in a state of lack, right? So when you put yourself at ease, the feeling of you already have money, you already have lots of money coming in from multiple sources, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to manifest more money. And I guess in my case, like maybe when it comes to manifesting money, it might be a little bit easier for me than, many people because I already have this successful business that I'm building. I have multiple streams of income. I have YouTube AdSense revenue. I have thousands of dollars that I earn from affiliate programs. I have monthly residual income coming in from multiple different programs. And so in my case, because I'm already in a state of I already have enough money for bills and all that, it's a lot easier for me to manifest money because I'm not in a state of needing it, right? So that's my number one tip. If you can get in that state, try to remain in that state. So whether that is by writing affirmations daily or by doing visualizing, really the most important thing at the end of the day is living in the end, right? The longer you could do this, the better results that you'll have, right? So that's the thing that I recommend. Now, another thing that I recently started doing, and this is something that I just started doing within the past year actually, is I got a notebook, right? And so I actually I journal, pretty much every day, right? And so what I do is the first half of every page, so I fill out one full page every single day, and the very first half of the page I'm writing out affirmations, right? And I have the first half broken down into 3 categories. So I write affirmations pertaining to manifesting in general. So affirmations like, I am the operant power of my reality. I always get what I affirm for no matter what. Only my positive thoughts manifest in my reality. Manifesting is just way too easy for me, right? So these types of things, and what I've noticed when I started writing these things is that manifesting has become a lot easier, right? Specifically within these past few months that I've been doing this, I've been noticing that a lot more things that I've been trying to manifest have been showing up a lot quicker than I had expected, right? So I've manifested quite a lot of things. And by the way, if you're interested, I might even do a full series on different stories that I have pertaining to manifesting, which I know this channel isn't really about. I know it's primarily affiliate marketing, which I'm going to keep at that primarily. But if you're interested in learning more about manifesting and specifically with manifesting money, I do have more stories that I can give that, I might have a playlist or something that, I might put together something with all of my stories, right? But I've been noticing, I've been experiencing a lot more manifestations, running into old coworkers that I haven't seen in years. Also, manifesting free food, manifesting free gifts, like a free speaker that I recently got, right? So that and a whole bunch of other things that I manifested. So yeah, that's one thing. Now the next section in here that I have on my notebook is affirmations related to relationships. So this goes not just for attracting a person, but more so attracting more friends, more experiences with family, right? So it's a lot of affirmations like that. So affirmations I always have exciting things going on with amazing people. I only attract high vibe people that I feel comfortable around. I am magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable. So affirmations like those is what I have on here. And I've noticed that I've been running into a lot more people since I started doing this. So that's another thing. And then the third section here is affirmations relating to wealth, business success, career success. And so ones that I have on here, for example, are I make huge profits from multiple sources daily, which has been the case recently. My online business income has exploded like fucking crazy. So I add a bit of profanity in here as well because I feel it makes it more real. I'm always getting cool free stuff from people and places, so that has been happening. I've been getting free food and also free things that I've been winning, which is really cool. And then also my new car / living environment is way more than I could have asked for, which is also kind of in the career. I would also put it in the wealth / career space as well, right? So yeah. By writing down affirmations daily, this will help you get in the frame of mind that what you're going for is already real. And so the second half of this is where I will write out what I would call an inner conversation, where it is with certain people that you want to meet up with. So it could be family, it could be friends, it could be your partner, spouse, or whatever. and then you could write out an inner conversation. You know, you have a conversation with them in your head. You have them say certain things that you would like them to say. That would imply that your manifestations have come real. So, for example, right, one that I have here is where I meet up with my dad for the first time in years, right? Haven't seen him in person in years. We've been connected through like text messaging. And so I have one right here where I'm reconnecting with my dad for the first time in a few years, which is something that I've also been currently in the process of manifesting as well. And so what I do, what I wrote out here is like kind of like like, hey, how's things been going? You know, how have you been doing? Like, sort of like the catching up on what we've missed out on. And then questions like, how's your business going, right? And then I answer, oh, it's going absolutely phenomenal, right? I'm getting sales every day. I've quit my job. I'm working full time now. I can work whenever I want, right? So things like this imply that what you are working towards is real, right? And so the more you do this, the more creative you can get, the easier it's going to be for it to show up in your reality. So I think that pretty much covers everything that I want to go over in this video. I see this video has been a lot longer than I had anticipated. So if you got value here, if you stayed all the way to the end, I want to really say thank you for sticking this out. I know this is a bit of a long one. So if you enjoyed it and you got lots of value here, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd really be interested to, of course, hear your honest feedback. If you want to hear more of my success stories when it pertains to manifesting, also let me know your honest feedback down below. I'll be sure to do more videos because I have quite a lot of really cool manifestation successes that I've gotten, specifically within this past year that I've been doubling down on this type of stuff that not just pertaining to money, but other areas of my life as well, which is really exciting. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I might consider doing a full series on this. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And if you want to learn about affiliate marketing, if you're interested in that, check out my free training down below. See if that's a fit for you, and simply go through that if that interests you. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed, and take care. See you in the next one.